Now, human nature has taken over too much, and we cannot do anything to fix it. Thank you, debate master, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. I would like another round of applause. If you truly want to preserve what is on this earth, then I'm afraid to tell you that it is too late. We are going to die, and all our ancestors are going to die with us. Look at the plastic that we use. We're enjoying ourselves way too much. We have plastic for everything. Can you see all the plastic sitting in front of you? Everything is plastic. Are we going to reuse this stuff, or are we just going to throw it away? We're going to throw it away because we don't care, right? Nobody will care. And we're going to teach our children, look, just throw it on the ground. It'll land up an Oscar. We've taken life for granted. And there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing. Why do I say nothing? Because the plastic is everywhere, guys. Are the rooms, places in the rooms made of plastic? I mean, look at all those things here. And look at the paper. Are we going to recycle this paper? Where are the recycling bins, guys? There are no recycling bins anywhere. It is too hard. We want to enjoy ourselves on the beach in a nice walk. Are there trash cans or recycling bins nearby? No. So, are you going to hold that in your hand? That's going to take away your enjoyment on the beach. Come on, guys. I'm not being a pessimist. I'm being a realist. This is a fact. And yes, I do hear Germany and other countries doing great things for the environment. But what about the Gulf? 11 billion plastic bags being thrown away every single year? What do we do with that plastic? It's too late, guys. I want you guys to enjoy your life now, because we're not going to enjoy it with our children later on. And then their children. It's not going to exist. Please have a realist mind and enjoy the moment now. This is our human nature. Our human nature is to not care about the environment. Our human nature is to not care about long-term benefits. Just short-term gain. It's in our blood. Who is a true leader these days? Who's a true leader that sees far out in the distance? Nobody does. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Moderator, and my opponent team, and Mr. John, who looks like a very evil villain of a movie at the moment, good evening.
Good evening.
With all due respect, John, I strongly have to disagree when you say that we are not better. Because from the word speech and whatever they're going to be presenting, that is exactly what they're going to be seeing, that we are not better as human beings. Now, I ask you this. Yes, we have made a few mistakes. Yes, we're not able to make things properly as we would like it to be. And where is my paper all of a sudden? We are human beings. If there's anything that we do, that is we try and we strive to be better. And I can end my debate right here without presenting any facts or anything like that, because if we strive to be better, things will be better as well. But let's look into a bit of facts, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, it is in our human nature to not give up. Because if we had given up before, there would be no South Africa, there would be no India, there would be no world peace, there would be no democracy anywhere around the world. We cannot give up. Now, nowadays, we have, from the recent stats by World Health Organization, we have 31 years to reverse or have a look at this change. Because if not, then I would agree with John perhaps at that point in time. But now, 31 years, when I would probably have more white hair than I do now, things can change. Ladies and gentlemen, it is for the sake of our future, it is for the sake of our children, and if we do care about our children, if we want them to have a better world, we need to take stance. We need to take action. And that is what me and my team are going to be talking about today. You will listen to some facts and figures and the global solutions that have been presented around the world. And you will also look at what we as individuals can do, because this is a global challenge. But we can have local solutions in order for us to make the change. Now let me tell you this. Did you know that Mariana Trench, 11 kilometers deep down the ocean, when man went there very recently, just a couple of months ago if I'm not wrong, they found plastic over there. Now if that is not a wake-up call enough, I don't know what will be. Millions of plastic bags and all these other stuff being dumped into the ocean, thousands of marine animals dying. Now true that some of us don't care about it, but this is the time that we have to start thinking about it, many of you in specific. So, which is also why all celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio, Natalie Portman, you've got Emma Watson, people who are rich, Jason Momoa, of course, all who's recently started a foundation as well to deal with plastic. And he shaved his beard for that as well, just to raise awareness. All these people,
Thank you, Toastmasters.
I wish I could be like Khuram, being positive, giving things without numbers, without fact. Yes, tomorrow will be good, tomorrow the sun will shine. This is all the... In 1950, world population of 2.5 billion produced 1.5 tons of plastic. Okay, tomorrow will be fine, the numbers will be down. But in 2016, world's population of 7 billion produced 320 million tons of plastic. It is double. The numbers are increasing. We are not here just being, yes, positive. Yes, it's gonna play, everything will be fine. It is not. I could be like Khuram and just smile. Yes, tomorrow will be good. Yes, it is not.
You need to hear me properly.
See the facts, see the numbers, see the numbers, see the sea. Don't see your house, see the people, see the needs, see everything. 1 million plastic bought around the world. 2 million plastic bags are used every minute. Plastic and minute, Khuram, is 60 seconds. If you don't know the numbers and facts, I will tell you. Plastic is killing more than 1.1 million seabirds and animals. Animals that you eat. Every person eats an average 70,000 microplastic each year. Over the past 50 years, world plastic production has doubled.
My God.
Numbers are doubled. You will not be doubled. You will die. Back to you.
Honorable moderator and fellow audience, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
One of the things, before I start, that I've been doing, at least growing up, is try to buy natural stuff and stuff that will be biodegradable and usable and won't pollute. So coming back to the aspect that we speak about plastic, which is something that I cannot stand and something that I feel a lot can be done for. Today's facts, as Mahmoud stated out, the very grim situation in which everyone's using plastic bags, and it is destroying wildlife, it is destroying sea life. The other aspect of it is we have to look at how we can change ourselves in a way that we can reduce plastic that will be used. Okay? So today, plastic is about 53 billion tons of plastic being used, but how can we reduce it being increased to epic proportions, as Kurum just mentioned a few minutes earlier, where we have 31 years to maybe make amends for it. That's on plastic. Today, plastic also all over the world is, as Colin rightly pointed out, there is a monetary benefit to plastic as well. Plastic is used in India and Pakistan and in the USA as well to make roads. So you can take that plastic waste, make it into roads. It is a profitable venture, and it's a venture that allows plastic to be recycled or reused. So my proposition here is, more of our proposition here is, yes.
Thank you.
Let me ask you guys a question. How many of you know that smoking is bad for you?
Who says?
Those who.
So you know that smoking is bad for you. Doctors, nurses, medical professionals are aware of the exact damage that cigarettes can cause. And yet, 16.7% of doctors around the world smoke. 23.4% of nurses around the world smoke. Because it is human nature to not stay away from that which you know is bad for you. Now, these numbers that I shared with you, they're about harm that comes to you directly, that hurts your body immediately. You see it. You see your teeth darkening. You see yourself. You feel breathless. Your blood hemoglobin rises. Your blood pressure rises. You feel it. And yet, people still smoke. The prices have gone up. People still smoke. Why? Because it is human nature. And that is why I believe that while we can reduce our plastic usage, we cannot eliminate the problem. Because the problem is affecting animals way out there. The problem is affecting things that we cannot see with our own eyes and feel them immediately right now in front of us. And it is human nature to not care about global issues. We've had pollution going on for generations. Plastic was invented in 1907. We've had more than a century of people being used to using plastic. You're telling me that we are going to be able, in the course of 31 years that we have, to reverse something that we're used to over the course of 100-something years? Come on, be realistic. People aren't going to stop smoking, and they're not going to stop using plastic. Back to you.
Who's the hardcore smoker? Fellow Toastmasters team and the opposition. Yes, plastic is a serious problem, and we have only 31 years to solve it. How can we do it? It's a global problem. The solution lies locally, because small actions make big difference. I come from a faith and a land where they say if Muhammad can't reach the mountain will move to Muhammad. And if we all unite, we all rally, reduce use of plastic, refuse to believe that this is a problem that cannot solve, it is possible. How do we do that? We ourselves, the best, has the beach cleanup. We do rally people. Yes, 31 years may be a little short time for something that we have been using for a very long time. But if we don't act now, we have not reached the turnaround point. Yes, it's a mess, but we have not reached a point where we cannot go back. And 31 years is a lot of time. With the right practice, preaching the right habits to our children, to our colleagues, can make it possible. Therefore, I strongly believe that if we unite, have local solutions to this global problem, we can and we will. Thank you.
How long do Okay, let's talk about what they talk about. Okay. Quran says, okay, that we are human beings, that we make mistakes, that as humans, it is our nature to make mistakes.
I did not say that. I said
and yes,
it's our
we
nature to be
strive.
better.
We
No,
try. And
there's
we
too much
strive
plastic in their
to be
gears.
better.
They need to
Order.
No, you can't say. No, you can't say that. It's only
You
you
can't
can't
talk.
say that.
No, you said that we can strive to be better. Yes, and it is in our nature to make mistakes. And that is exactly the point that we are trying to make. Our point is that we are human beings, we make mistakes, we strive, we try to be better. But
all we need to
honestly,
do.
in the course of millennia, have humans really changed that much?
Yes, from cave to sky.
Okay,
Sky.
yeah,
If you
that's
believe it, we
true.
can do
And yet, we still are prone to the same mistakes that our ancestors have made.
So shall we
Like
keep
Hundreds
them?
of years
We're
ago,
about to
yeah.
change.
Okay, we strive to change. You're talking about a process. I'm talking about an end result. I'm talking the end result, the process
Towards
it's
the end
moving
result.
towards is impossible because I'm a scientist and I'm a realist and I understand that the way that people think cannot be changed. Our DNA, our genetics, our very construct has been stable over the past 10,000 years. We have not changed
That's
at
not
all
true. If
as a
Saudi can,
species.
if Saudi can vote for women,
Right.
if Saudi can vote for women, the world can surely go against plastic.
Yeah, there you are.
I don't want to die.
We'll talk later. And you did mention that you said that in the Mariana Trench, plastic was found. So in the deepest part of our planet, there is plastic waste. You're telling me that in the course of 31 years, we're going to be capable of cleaning up all of that plastic?
No, we can start
In
the
the
reversal
deepest
process.
parts of
Nobody
the earth
if it
every
progresses.
year.
No.
If it progresses at this rate, it would reach a point of irreversibility.
Correct.
Okay.
So all we
Yeah,
need to
okay,
do
fine,
is
Yes, but in the yes, but if you want to eliminate the plastic problem, you can't just move from now. You have to clean up the mistakes because plastic does not
Yes,
degrade.
and you start today.
Yes, plastic does not degrade.
Exactly.
So how will you undo what has
Because
already been
underlying
done?
fact
If
remains
you
that
want to
we have
resolve
to
the
address
problem,
this
you
problem.
have to undo
We
what
have
has
to solve
already
it.
been done.
It begins with believing in it.
And there's another point. Mazhab said that we have to go through local solutions, that we, all humans have to unite and rally to fix this plastic problem. Honestly, in the course of humankind, have humans ever come together and united and rallied for one cause?
Yes, for the rights of women.
For a moment.
For the rights of women.
There are still people that come together.
We have come way far away. There's so much information that 50 years back in this world, in this region, you couldn't have
Yes,
stood here and
but-
stood up this way.
No, but guess
We
what?
as human beings have united and come this forward.
Yes, okay, fine.
Guys, very quickly, all of you all know Jack Ma, correct?
Yes.
Okay, who is he?
He's a big guy in China, founder
So
of
he had this
some
very
company.
important, very good quote. He says, "Today will be bad, tomorrow will be worse, but day after tomorrow you're going to see the sunshine." Okay.
Smile.
So with that quote, I'll start.
That quote
Because-
doesn't really say anything useful. It's just a hopeful garbage, honestly.
Yeah.
It's hopeful, yeah, but it's not a fact. It's not a fact.
He's a billionaire.
And teacher.
We're not talking about making money.
Absolutely. We're not about
Talking
smoking
about deleting it.
Just putting it-
You're not allowed to talk.
I'm putting a point across. It's not about cigarettes as well, but we're just putting a point across. Now, we spoke about all the plastic waste that's coming in now, right now. Okay, and that's what I'm mentioning. It's not only about the plastic waste that's there already. We are talking about stopping the plastic that's coming in now. Because with the plastic that's there before, we can reuse it. Like I said, we can use it for the roads. We can use it for
How are you
recycling.
going to clean up all of the oceans
No plan.
and dig 10 meters
Why
into
believe
the
in-
earth and get all of
Hallelujah.
that?
Yes. But does that mean we polluted even more to such an extent we
But
do?
this is
And
not
31 years
our
from now,
discussion. We're not discussing whether or not we should stop polluting. We're discussing if there is hope or there is no hope.
There is no
solution.
We're not discussing. We're
It's not
discussing the
hope.
end
It's
game.
not
If we're
solution.
gonna win or not. And
Yeah,
we're saying
give
we're not
us
gonna
solution.
win. That's what
Give
we're
us
saying.
solutions.
and the solution,
Don't give us faith.
and the solution, and the solution, and the solution,
have faith.
and the
But
solution.
yes, everyone has a secret solution.
Absolutely. And we came to a point where we said we can't stop plastic. But if you see Starbucks today, they don't use plastic straws. They use biodegradable straws, not made of plastic.
They use plastic cups.
No.
Paper cups.
They use paper.
There's no
They use paper
recycling.
cups.
There was a
I
time
have
that
that
started.
from
From faith.
plastic.
Sorry?
Can you create a statement, financial statement by faith? Or by
Also,
number?
you read off.
By facts, you're talking about Starbucks.
By fact, by number.
You're absolutely. So they don't use plastic. They don't use
Faith
plastic.
is
Europe has
We're
banned
talking
plastic.
about
green.
one company in an ocean of companies.
Absolutely.
We're talking about one
But
small
every
pin.
small drop makes the ocean. Yeah. So, and if you're talking about Europe as a whole, they ban plastic as well. So there are steps where they are stopping plastic. It's about us seeing hope in making these concrete steps, because we can't say it's one company, we can't say it's one country, but all of them combined today. If you read the news recently of what Philippines has done, of what Malaysia has done, they're trying to send back the plastic, which is not recyclable, back to the countries which sent it to them. So these are the strong messages being sent across, saying that either we use biodegradable or recycled plastic, or we don't want your plastic anymore. So it's all about now putting our foot down, or countries putting their foot down, or people putting their foot down and saying this is something that we can make a change for, and we can improve if we stop using them. Let me ask the final question now to you three. When you all go to the supermarket or to the store, do you all take with your recycled bags, or do you all take new plastic
Hands.
bags?
What are my hands?
There you go.
Yes.
Clear lines.
So very nicely. Good evening once again.
Good evening.
In everything in human nature or in our lives always comes down to hope. These people who are talking about not having hope talk about hope in their speeches all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about our future generation. It is the question of our children. Because if we give up hope today, we might as well tell them or let them not be born or kill them ourselves, God forbid. Because it is always about hope. Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about so many solutions being used. There's local solutions that we can use. Everything comes back to faith. There's so much, 8 million metric tons of plastic around in the world as well. But if we don't wake up now, if our countries don't rally now, if we don't put our foot down now, it means there will come a point where it's too late. And that's what this whole debate is about. We're not denying, or we're not in some fairyland or neverland, not presenting facts or figures. No, we believe in hope. Because you can have all the facts that you want, you can bring in full pages, but if you don't have hope and faith in ourselves, then we are doomed already to begin with. That is not the point. Ladies and gentlemen, we as human beings have a responsibility to think of our future. Just because our ancestors didn't do that for us does not mean we don't start from here for a better future, for our better children. That is all that this whole thing comes down to. We're not denying that the situation is worse. It is absolutely terrible. But yet, if the children, if we are to look at our future, this is how we make the change to ensure a better world. That is what my teammates and I re-emphasize again, that no, we believe in humanity. Because without optimism, you can be realistic all you want. But being optimistic is what has always driven change, not being realistic. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to re-emphasize once again that plastic may be the enemy at the moment, but it is definitely an enemy that we can beat, and we will beat if we start thinking the right way. So no, it is not the end of the world.
Thank you.
Trump says no.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final presenter, the captain of the affirmative team,
Jonathan.
You can do it! You're the best! Go for it! Before it's too late. But then, there's next time. Thank you, Debate Master, once again for our final comments and our final empty cliches that we will give to you. Because all of these phrases, all these motivational speeches, are they concrete? Do they have a planned structure of going from here to here? No.
Hope.
Hope is the enemy. And my fellow captain, DTM Karum Salman said that
Plastic is not mentioned at all anywhere.
No, he did say it.
No.
he said that if we don't do it now,
He said you don't have
then
a
it's
plan.
too late. Then we do have hope now. But at the beginning, very beginning, he forgot his piece of paper to bring here. Is there any preparation?
New point?
That is not a new point that happened. It happened. A new point in there.
That should have been a rebuttal.
It's a rebuttal, it's a summary, not a new point. The paper has nothing to do.
I brought here
Job,
to
take care, job.
Yeah.
I brought here to the debate.
New problem?
This is classic. I'm enjoying myself now.
He did mention the prop. Yeah.
I did mention the prop.
Okay, he didn't.
He did.
I didn't video this.
We don't think of the process whenever we are wanting to do these go for it movements. We don't think of the end result of what it takes to actually recycle things. We got 31 years. Are we going to suddenly change now?
Yes.
Are we suddenly going to have recycling bins all over Bahrain? Really? How many of you actually recycle? How many of you recycled one thing today?
80%.
Today no, but I recycle.
Yeah, I did.
How many of you saw at least 20 recycling bins in Bahrain today? Yeah.
Unfair question.
Some countries are doing it, but the GCC isn't. We are dragging Europe. I've said this before.
GCC has been GCC was there from start.
Plastic in the Mariana Trench. There's plastic in the Mariana Trench, guys. How are we going to ever go, if it's in the deepest part of our world, and there's species that are getting destroyed down there, more species that we don't even know of? How are we going to even discover new things that we don't know that even exist in the ocean? There's nothing that we can do, guys. You have to think realistic. Helicopters.